And welcome back, everybody, to Emergence Days. It's been a great test tournament, and now Grand Finals is finally here. It's been a long time coming, Blaze, but I'm excited for it. We have Rebel going against eUnited. Now, I know I was going to withhold this information, but I got to be fair to everybody out there, okay? I've got to let everybody
Taylor,
know.
You sure?
I got to let them know. I got to be fair,
right.
Okay? So check it out. Demon will not be playing for Grand Finals. He is going to be replaced by Cinemas. Cinemas is going to be replacing him. Look, tonight's been weird. There's a whole bunch of shakeups, lag outs, whatever. But Demon will not be competing in Grand Finals with Rebel. It's going to be Cinemas. Now, Cinemas is a great player in his own right. He's not a demon, but he is a great player in his own right. It's kind of like saying, like, what do you mean? What? You agree? You disagree? It's kind of like Cells is a great player, but he's not a Vexies. You understand? So it's kind of like in the same
with
round.
everything you're saying. I'm just supporting.
Okay.
You know,
I will make sure my duel was on my side because you can disagree.
Man, I'm just, you know, you remember like with Key and Peele and Obama had his anger translator, right? I'm like your emotion translator when like trying to like say how you really feel and express it. You're like just saying what you're saying.
I'm angry. I mean, you know, the reality is, Blaze, like, tonight's just we've had forfeits on maps. We've had forfeits of teams.
So reality is this, okay? Is that we kicked off with some great series to start the tournament, all right?
We did.
We went into the semifinals, all right? We were like, oh my God, we get a chance to see LATAM guys versus Rebel. LATAM guys forfeit. It was like, man, that was fire nice. New Rebel would have been dope. And it was like, all right, let's go to the next semifinal. Went the distance, some issues there. But now it's like, oh my God, we get a chance to see Rebel and eUnited. Rebel got a sub. And it was like, all right, you know? But folks, let's bring it back full circle. We're here to test weapons. All right? We're here to test weapons. You know, we were just hoping for great games amongst the process. That's all. And we have gotten that, right?
We have
gotten that. We have. Taylor, don't be bringing the energy down on the stream because I'm following suit with you, bro, okay? But granted, I felt the same way. I wanted to see Demon versus Powerz in map number 5 for the Grand Finals, but instead, it's check out execution to kick us off, district control, and then execution Clocktower. It's the other cycle flip backwards, and maybe it's better this way.
Maybe. It might be. And check out Execution, the scary one. You know, you're already playing a man down. You've got a sub. You're going into, in my opinion, you know, the best map when it comes to execution for eUnited. This is going to be a telling win for Rebel if they make it happen. Cinemas, I hope you're warmed up. Like I said, Cinemas is a great player. I've been watching him for some time. But let's see if he can really fill the shoes.
But Cinema is going to have to be Cinemax up in here, okay? And I ain't talking
4K,
about 8K, all right? If he want to beat eUnited.
Absolutely, man. Well, already off to a good start. It's actually pretty much, you know, trading out. Powerz with a bit of a stutter, but doubles back, tries to time it. SuMuns, though, runs right through him. Well done. 2-1. Cinema's loud. Yo, open it up, baby.
No.
Show us that you're Cinemax, okay? Let's see it.
Here we go. Cinemas versus Demise in the 1v1 to kick off round number 1 of your Grand Finals here today, folks. It's been an awesome one, but Demise rocking the EU gamer tag. I know he probably wouldn't have thought this was going to happen last season, but I tell you one thing, he has deserved it. But on the opposite end, there's always a player coming up in the ranks, one who has been put in training in the dark for moments just like this, and that's going to be Cinemas off there on the other side. He's looking to win this 1v1. He's looking to clutch up the round. He ain't trying to play this.
I hope he does.
That's why he's not on E days. He ain't on E days to draw rounds out.
Nope.
He on E days to beat up pro players.
And just like Pushies.
Beat them up.
Hey, Pushies wasn't on E days to catch a free ride. He was going to earn it, and he put up a heck of a performance against eUnited. But Demise got the torque.
Cinema's not.
Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a big.
See, Taylor, I blame you.
Why me? Yo, hold up, duo. What's up?
Because you didn't give him the gas that he needed to clutch up.
Brother, I said, yo, hold up. Now let's take a step back. Let's pause it for a second, okay? I said Cinema's about to be Cinemax. I was going with what you said, and I said, I hope he does clutch this.
That was good.
That was real good. I'll be honest with you. You're on point tonight.
Hey, man, the season ain't started, dog.
You can be writing the book. I'm gonna be writing the book, writing everything down. I'll be stealing it all, man. Powerz.
Well, hey, check this out. When it comes down to writing books, writing stories, You got the boys here of Rebel looking to get aggressive on the superstar Powerz, but instead they're going to walk him right into an M-bar. Almost picked up a double, but the damage is done, and he finds the headshot, backs up, shotty out, grab shot misses, blind fire, connects on Kitty. Why you kill Kitty, Powerz? What'd he do to you?
Oh, he did enough. Apparently he did enough. See, that's why, now look, that's why I didn't want to tell chat that Cinemas was replacing Demon until the voting was done, because now the vote swung over to eUnited.
They still put 900K on Cinemas, dude. Look at it.
No, and that's cool. But what I'm saying, I wanted that 2-1 on my channel points. I'm trying to earn everything back. I'm broke. But it's all good. We got to be fair with chat.
Okay, they still betting on Rebel though, boy. Talk about the diehard fans of LATAM, the best fans in the world, because they say real roster or not, we don't care who we playing. Okay, as long as we LATAM, we gonna come out on top, and I respect y'all for that.
Crack moving up. TJ's down. He'll also get the pickup. Luckily takes a body shot. Kenny not connecting on the head. Goes in for round number 2. Crack is down. A lot of downs here. And eUnited is starting to close that gap. Blaze, this might be a round they're going to take. And it officially will be. It was looking good once someone picked up TJ and got the pickup for his teammate. But that pressure from eUnited as they collapse down. Perfectly done. They lead 3-0.
Yeah, man, that was like you said, it looked good when a kill from TJ came through, but they could not recover. And then you also still had pressure that came in from the flank. So when you end up trying to overload the checkout and sending multiple players there, you send 4. If you recognize the mismatch in numbers, you have to be quick and decisive with your fight. If not, you lose the advantage in which you try to get from running that strat, because any initial strategy in which you run, folks, you know what happens and what you need to do. How does it work? How does it done it? How it doesn't if your opponent does XYZ, okay, based off what they do off their initial. So they knew that. But as you see, some great kills coming out from the players of Rebel. Beautiful headshot from Identivez. Great kills coming out the spawn. SuMuns turning up. They looking good.
Yeah, it was a great round. I mean, that shot from Identivez threaded the needle. He really did. Saw one pixel, hit a headshot. That opened it wide for the team of Rebel. Incredible job. That's the power Identivez has. You give him a power weapon. You never know when he's going to pop off. And I was just about to criticize Rebel, too, because pretty much all the rounds we've seen, they've given up that M-bar for free to eUnited. No one's even challenged, basically, for that M-bar. We do see a bit of a standstill, you know, from time to time in a couple of rounds. But for the most part, that M-bar has been locked in from eUnited. Powerz gets a free shot, gets out for free. At this point, though, he's going to go ahead and probably throw it on Identivez and Crack. But I don't think eUnited's going to be able to do anything with that shock positioning.
Nah, it came up a little short, if you ask me. Just a little bit deeper. Maybe he's able to force that player in the back lane out. Demise gets a great angle, but Cinemas! Put him on Cinemax. That was nasty.
Cinemax, I'm telling you, he's the guy. We're over here at 8K, 16K, man. All right, 5 rounds done with. It's 3-2. Incredible job as a whole. You know, those 3 rounds that were won from Rebel before, or excuse me, from eUnited, they kept Rebel. Everybody across the board only had 1 elimination. Now they definitely stepped it up, and they're showing new life. They really are. eUnited, they need to start adjusting to what Rebel's doing, because we've seen different looks. We've seen them rush to Torquebo. We've seen them now, you know, kind of rotate down to the lower side and focus their hand on the M-bar. That's what they're doing now. Question is, will eUnited punish him? Well, Powerz can't. He's stunned in the moment. TJ's the guy to kind of open up the door, but he's missing some shots. Comes back, connects. Will he be finished off here or picked up? I don't know. Rebel might still have the edge, and they do.
Now it's a 2v2 on the map. The M-bar shots missed, but the solid L triggers there from Demise in the back A. Kenny couldn't get to him quick enough. Couldn't put the M-bar to good use. Well, it's in the hands of Identivez, and I think he did put it to good use. But Kenny, he's backing up both these players. Neither can approach. Smart for the pistol. Can't isolate the 1v1. He chooses to try to go for Identivez, but his timing is not working out for him. But it may work out now. Identivez in the open. 1-shot range. The wrap shot connects.
Oh, man.
But it wasn't the chunk that Kenny needed. Great read.
That head flew.
With the high kick.
That head was gone. Wow. From 3 rounds in a row from EU to 3 rounds in a row for Rebel. Hey, look, we were critical. We said Cinemas, how is he going to perform? I said he's a great player. He really is. Replacing Demon, though, big shoes to fill, but clearly they've got it going. And just to go back in time when Demon was removed for the roster for, that split and Adverse was, joined into the mix, Identivez and Crack did step it up. And even right now with Demon gone, Identivez is once again stepping it up tremendously. This time around, falls a bit short. But again, Identivez is going to be that playmaker throughout the series.
Yeah, he is, and he's not gonna be able to make no more plays in this round. SuMuns neither, or Crack either. Nobody. No one on the entire team. They're all dead, folks, okay? So we're gonna have another round on the board for eUnited. But hey, good 3 rounds coming out there from the boys of the from the boys of Rebel here. The last LATAM God squad that we got left in our tournament today. So let's see if they can get it all tied up. 4-4. Even team effort across the board for everyone. Curious to see, do they want to overload the side of the map once again with 4 players?
Exactly what's going to happen. All 4 will decide to go down. Powerz gets DM bar, doesn't get away yet. Kenny's not there for the pickup. He's going to be a little bit too late. Yeah, Powerz is finished. Kenny now in no man's land. He's gone. Demise tries to clean up and at least answer back, but whoa, how did all those downs and kills come through? But eUnited has a 2-1, and they just won. What just happened?
And he had 1 player down on the opposite end. Crack did something so great, and then he failed moments later. All right, like look at the kill feed. 1 down. There you go. Clean up, double down, team kill. Down, kill. You got another. There's another down across map, but
Demise
can't get there in time. Demise, man, was breathing down his neck.
That's crazy.
Even better plays from Demise right there.
Yeah, you look at that kill feed, and I mean, Rebel, I thought we're winning that, but they don't. Bit of a misroll. Powerz needs to punish this player. He does. Crack now tries to roll in, expecting Identivez to be there. He's no longer in. The shock will force them out for a bit. Powerz has the M bar now. SuMuns feeling the pressure, trying to back up. He will get picked up, but not for long. Powerz will get the cleanup on the 1 and the 2nd.
Oh,
and Crack last alive. And Blaze, this is pretty much over with unless Crack can pull up a 1v4. I won't do it. Powerz will connect on to 3, and eUnited will win the first map 6-3. And look at that crazy box score.
Man. Well, if it was best of 13, maybe, maybe we go to distance, but
it's not. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
eUnited coming out on top.
What you eating over there, Blaze?
Nothing. You know what? I got a cough, and I just didn't bring my mic down because I didn't want to cough in the mic. So I was trying to clear it without coughing, but chat, you guys gonna have to just.
There it goes.
There we go. Right? It was right in here,
I didn't mean to call you. I thought you were pulling a call and you're eating on broadcast because Colin, you always
had to cough really bad, and I felt like it was going to be nasty, and I just did not want to do that to chat. I did not want to do that to you guys today. That's all.
Hey, fair enough.
But I got it out.
We got it out.
I can breathe now.
We're all clear now. 6-3 victory. Like you said, best of 13 maybe, but it wasn't a best of 13. At the end of the day, though, Rebel, they fall a little bit short, but that's okay. Now we have District coming up next, and some of these replays are great. That was a big mistake from Cinemas. He did a wonderful job up until that mismantle.
Ooh, there you go. Double headshots. We saw a lot of big M-bar plays all throughout this map, man.
We did.
But, you got to give a lot of the credit towards Powerz playing that inner secondary and also TJ playing that platform as well. One thing that makes TJ so special as a player, he has the ability to find a kill always, somehow, some way. He plays on that fast of a sensitivity that, throughout chaos, his awareness is so good. His first fight might not work out, but he does a quick 180 and gets the guy behind him. He knows creative ways how to find a kill. However he does it, it's just he's that much of a talent. But having that type of star power mixed up with Powerz consistency there on the front lines, eUnited may be the best checkout team that we're going to have in our pro league. Just on paper, right? Just on paper. You got Demise, one of the better 1v1 players that we had of all last season. I put him on that category of I'm trying to think. Solars was always a great 1v1, but him and Solars kind of flip spots in the positions in which they play. Praise was a great 1v1 players in those positions, and even ends them on certain maps. So But yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, you know, on paper, the squad is looking damn good. And you got the leadership and support of Kenny. So, but as we move on over towards map number 2, we're going over towards district control. And this is where the LATAM God squad that we have left, Rebel, even with the sub, I want to see them put up a fight here. And this is the map in which they got to take. This is where they let eUnited know to say, hey, we're going to be close on these last few executions that's coming up. You guys got your map, all right? We expected that. But when it comes down towards Clocktower execution and Canals execution, you better be ready to go the distance. So if Rebel can take this first map, this first control, I think they're going to be in a great spot.
I think Clocktower and Canals is definitely going to be favored by eUnited. If Demon was playing here, you got to favor Rebel, I think, in that case. But Demon's not here. You're going to be missing a large portion of your slaying power, especially on Canals, right? Granted, we're not going to see that mid-fight as we normally do.
His thing.
But Cinema's doing his thing, and to his credit, he is, you know, and the same thing with Cells over Avexes, right? He's doing his thing, but it's Demon is a star-studded player that really does his thing during execution and makes Rebel that slaying powerhouse. They really do. Cinema's is, and again, there's no dig. Cinema's is great. Love watching him play. But he's no demon.
No, you know, demon is demon.
Demon is demon. That's the thing, right? And it's not even a dig. It's just, you know, it's comparing apple to oranges. I will say this, though, and it's something we totally didn't bring up when we looked at the maps. I guarantee you eUnited is playing just as hard to win the series in 3-0 because map number 4 is Vasgar, okay? And I know eUnited does not want to play Vasgar again. They forfeited it earlier, and they're like, you know what, let's wrap this up 3-0 so we can just avoid that whole fiasco.
Yeah, because they say they don't like the, you know, so when it comes down towards testing these weapon sets and testing these maps, the game modes that we have, the game modes and map combo for, you know, Canals, Clocktower, district and checkout, they were in last season. We just swapped the weapons around. But Vasgar control is a whole new game type and, you know, game type and map combo, also with different weapon swaps. So it's a lot of new things to get adjusted to when it comes down to that map. And, you know, eUnited, they're not trying to go there. They're trying to end the series 3-0. Right. And they're close to doing that, but they got the first map on the board. Now they're going over towards the control map and district, one that they're going to be comfortable in because, you know, outside of having the boom shot and incendiary grenades, you got those swap between drop shot and shock. The strategy is still the same. The spawns are still the same. So I'm expecting them to have a little bit of a leg up. But this Rebel team, man, once they get going, it's going to be hard to stop them. All right. And so I don't think it's going to be that easy for eUnited, but eUnited definitely has a little bit of a leg up.
I think they do. I think they do. But we'll find out. We said the same thing, I think, at the beginning of the show, right, about LATAM squad. And they pulled up and went big. Might be a bit of a different story here, though. But we've covered it enough. We've talked about it. Now I'm just ready to watch it, right? I'm ready to get into district, see how it's going to go. United's been playing this map very well tonight. Let me see, map number or their first series. So, yeah, they would have played it in their first series. And they still basically undefeated tonight when it comes to district. I guess theoretically so is Rebel. Or Rebel also didn't play in semifinals, you know, so take that for what you will. And I guess we should have pointed that out, you know, because unfortunately LATAM gods had to forfeit, you know, Rebel might have been put on ice for a little bit, you know.
I'm pretty sure they was playing ranked.
And that was a while.
Ranked watching the game. You know, they were warm and they were probably in a shoddy lobby, right? But they wasn't going game 5 against LATAM squad. So that's the difference. Different pressure, I guess. You know, eUnited going to map 5, round 11 against those guys. I know that kind of woke them up here tonight. That lit a fire under them coming to this grand final. So I bet you they started off with a little bit more of an edge than Rebel.
Well, let's see if they do, man. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they don't. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to be casting the same thing that you're going to be casting. So it is what it is. Huh?
I said, yeah, same here. Yep. It don't matter to me. I'm going to be casting what you casting, brother. All right. We're going to be in here in this district control and we about to have a good time.
We've been going to war with this cast, man.
You know, we talked a little bit about the maps, but when it comes down towards the boom shot being switched out for the drop shot and then incendiary grenades being switched out for the shock, how do you like it when it comes down to it?
Boom shot, drop shot. Boom shot, drop shot, I don't care. I think, honestly, they're kind of interchangeable. It is what it is. When it comes down, though, from the incense to the shock, I like the incense because it's more of an impact power weapon that I think, or excuse me, utility item that you want to fight for extra hard. The shock isn't as impactful, in my opinion. So I like incense, but again, when it comes to drop shot or boom, I really could care less which one's on the map.
Yeah, I agree with you. The incendiary grenades held a little bit more weight, and the boom shot can hold its weight as well. I think those shocks will be a little bit more of an afterthought. The drop shot's still a powerful weapon, but what that's going to inspire squads to do is prioritize their rotation and their crossfires a lot more. You know, setting up around the mid-map, always making sure that they got an eye on the drop shot and they have an anchor somewhere around there, but more so prioritizing the teamwork, if anything.
Oh, good start for Rebel, though, to get the first early drop shot. I thought that was missing everybody, but it does connect on the crack. And I guess that's the player you want to take down because now you can focus on the inside. But Identivez, we talked about, he needs to step it up. Oh, he thought he had that chunk. Blaze, he thought he had that chunk. That's why he doubled back. But whenever he saw Kenny was still up, I think he just kind of brain went into a frenzy and was like, oh, man, I got to turn back around, try to get this finish. So that's just that new tuning messing with his, I think, muscle memory at that point.
Yeah, they definitely do that, you know, because Gears for me has always been like a game of feel. You know, it comes back to me naturally whenever, you know, I move around a bit, but at a high level, you are literally like in the game. Like, you are moving that character. I don't know, and I say that just to say, like, you get lost in it, right?
Sure.
You understand the timings, the feel of the shotgun, when you hit someone with a solid AO trigger. Because let's not forget, we didn't always have bullets on the screen, right? We didn't always have these hit markers. Before, like, you had to understand what a 4-point shot felt like, okay? You know, when you 4-pointed somebody. So now it's a little bit more intel to work with, but Gears will always be a game of feel. At the end of the day, you know, that's what makes it different from others. Now, here today, you know, I feel like it's played out well, and we've gotten some exciting fights, but I'll be really curious to see what the pros have to think about it.
Player 2's in the back, just wreaking havoc, not allowing Rebel to feel comfortable to push up. In fact, deviating the forces. Ultimately, the kill does come through. Kenny's going to move in with TJ. He's going to pick up one, or Kenny's picked up by TJ, excuse me. Doubles back. TJ might be, oh, no, I don't know if the pickup was the right play there. What do you think, Blaze? Did Kenny live? He did not.
Right play. He just missed his shot. Now you're going to start to see it here in a moment. You know, Demise, he goes down and he's going to get cleaned up. So drop shot should go in favor of Rebel with Powerz. Actually, with him being up, he's in a great position. TJ comes through. eUnited may actually have this drop shot. They definitely will with those kills coming through. And just even doubling back to that kill that was on a ground Taylor that barely got cleaned up. You know, you're going to go for the quick revive to get your teammate in there. You know, you never know what type of play that he can make. But you know that you got a chance for at least one shot, and you can trade out a kill, even win the fight. It all worked out for TJ. It just, you know, he missed his shot. You know, the play was there, though.
Okay, fair enough. Well, look, at this point, I'm kind of, you know, scouring the minimap. I'm taking a look at it since the beginning. Scoreline's very tight. It's close, right? But I think one thing that I'm taking note of, Blaze, is the fact that eUnited is a lot tighter in their angles where they're setting up and also tighter in their rotations. And that's not a dig at Rebel. It makes sense. Now you introduce Cinemas. They may not be playing as default as they're used to. May not have, you know, as tight of timings as you expect them to have. But that is definitely playing a role into why eUnited is starting to break away from Rebel.
No, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Now, as you're going to start to see, Rebel quickly towards the inside.
But the
trying to make their way through ATM, but they did not account for Demise.
Oh, the shot.
That shot grenade takes the player off the power position from eUnited. That was Powerz, who had a great Lancer angle from the bottom of the stairs. He couldn't hold it anymore. Demise comes into the fight a little bit late, but he is able to get a kill. That's going to even the numbers. eUnited, 4 players alive, but they say, you know what? You guys can have that scrap time. It will not give you the lead. So I like this rotation from them. But now they're going to be set up at bandstand. Identivez is in a great spot to make a play.
That shock was just perfect, man. Really was, and made all the difference. Wonderful job. You mentioned Identivez making the play. Shut down. Not so much. picked back up into the fight, and but not for long, right? Demise is going to be there for the cleanup. Powerz is by himself, picks up. Oh my lord, Powerz! He's a guy that can make plays like this happen, and he does, Blaze.
Wow.
He's just so good at times. That's not even for the hill, mind you. Identivez, you have to know he's there. Identivez,
no way.
I think Identivez thought Powerz dipped out.
Oh, don't do it to him. Oh, Identivez says not me. I ain't going down like that.
Almost.
Now, the drop shot is under danger. It's under fire. He's going to put it on his back. Going to retreat. Nice play from TJ. Don't give up that power weapon just yet. He has it active. He's getting pressed. But this is the best play here from Rebel. They're not giving him space. They're not going to let him feel comfortable to use that drop shot. They know that if they were to allow him to reset, their setup is going to be gone in just a few seconds as he uses the drop shot. So they continue to commit to the play until it is completed. And that's why Rebel is in a great position now. The eUnited, hell, they got the same mindset, Taylor, and they're back into the fight. They don't want Rebel to get comfortable.
Kenny will take down Identivez around the corner. TJ takes down Crack. This is going to be an easy retake. It looks to be the case, and you said it best, Blaze. United had the same mindset, wanting to retake that scrap time, and they'll do exactly that. Now phase 2, taking over spawns for the next hill. Big battle. TJForce SuMuns with the little wiggle waggle, as Colin likes to say. We'll get the drop, and Powerz up ahead is going to be forced to back up. SuMuns is down, and it looks like the battle for rotation is won for the time being by EU.
Man, I know Demon is not watching this right now, because how can you watch this and not want to be in this game, bro? Okay, like, how can
imagine he comes back game 3 after he
like,
up 2-0.
Coach, nah, because then he better not come back, because I'm like, why wasn't you here the first 2 matches?
But then they go on to win, though, imagine.
Yo, for real. Hey, hey, I know he want to be here, but at the end of the day, you know, Cinema's, he's having a fun time. He's holding back eUnited. He's winning some key fights for his squad. Identivez is looking for a prime opportunity to break in, but he has no help. His numbers, his team, they're in the middle of the map. But Identivez don't care where his squad is. He'll fight by himself to take a kill. But where's Identivez' teammates? He's trying to create openings, but the rotation comes a little bit late. But now Cinima is looking to do something special, but he's going to walk into multiple L triggers. eUnited gets to spawn, and they will continue to hold the setup. Identivez, he wants some of this.
He wants it, but I mean, he's so far away from the hill, though, Blaze. Rebel's going to have to trek all the way across. Meanwhile, they're going to get peppered with shots. eUnited's going to take about a 170, 180 lead to 102 at this point. And Rebel's going to have to catch up, which, to their credit, they have been catching up, and they've been doing a good job. They have been, even, you know, I was, kind of talking about how their timings were loose. I think they still are at certain times, but their retake power is pretty good, and Cinema's is slaying out to the best of his abilities. So I think they've got real potential to keep this series, or map close, excuse me. But eUnited does start to take a pretty commanding lead, 184 to 102. If they're successful on the next hill, things could get pretty rough for Rebel.
All right, Rebel, how do you want to counter? You have to fight back. eUnited has been playing this one great. Rebel has shown a little bit of spice. You know, a lot of that has been coming from Identivez. The rest of his teammates been playing probably a little bit too nice. They're going to have to turn up their intensity. They want to take down his eUnited squad. SuMuns, he knows it very well. I love the movement, just cannot connect with the shots. eUnited continue to hold the setup. They break away from the hill just to clean up a few kills as a unit. Nice down, no kills confirmed. Oh, the jig is up. Kenny gets surprised, but with a shotty out, 2 clean shots. Can get the cleanup, but with an L trigger over the top, that's 1. Can he get 2? Not today, but I think he did just enough.
Oh, nice job from Cinemas running up to Demise. I thought Demise had the added edge there, but good timing from Cinemas will result in an elimination. Still, though, for eUnited, 213 to 104. They've got more than a 100-point lead at this point in time. Rebel's going to be up top, keeping the hill contested. SuMuns will pick up the drop shot. A shock has been thrown. Doubles back Demise, trying to pursue and take him down if he possibly can. But at this point, that drop shot's going to hurt. The active is in, and he's going for the shot. Which one does he take? He about waits too long, and in fact, he does, and it goes to waste.
He gambled wrong. Powerz made the pro move of, I'm going to go away from my teammates. I'm going to go wide. I'm going to force you to have to only kill one of us, right?
Oh.
So he made a difficult decision. SuMuns got greedy, but ultimately, at the end of the day, that greed, ooh, Hold up. Hold up. That greed. I was going to say that greed is going to cost him. Most definitely will. That's scrap time. Look at the next rotation. eUnited. They're going to be set up towards Pergola. Actually, towards Cinema. They want to spread out. They're going to shift their setup. Instead of having Cinema Pergola, they'll have Cinema and ATM. And I like that form as well. That way you can hold the inside of Cinema and have that right hand.
I was at the forefront. Important Blaze for him to stay up in this moment. Unfortunately, doesn't pick up any eliminations, and he will drop once again. In fact, he's going to be finished off. Rebel's going to get this break. Got to think so. Anyways, maybe shot. Not. A couple of great kills will come through. Kenny needed that on crack, but either way, TJ gets it, and eUnited will continue to get richer and richer in the points category. He doesn't walk this whole thing, does it? Surely. He's been spotted.
Yo, can we just give TJ a little love for playing Cold Train? Like, not a lot of players, you know, got the cojones to play Cold Train, okay? He a thick boy, all right? Over all the gears, Cold been in the game since Gears of War 1, okay? He wasn't in an esports team comps. It was Barrett, Marcus, Dom, and Carmine, all right? Very few people play Cole and Ram. Cole gets love out here. Cole gets love out here nowadays, you know? I like to see players slay out on him. It's a personal thing.
Hey, man. Bigger boys need loves too, man.
You know, Explosive. You know, I love when Explosive plays with Crumpus. I don't get to see that no more. Damn, I just reminded myself.
Hey, who knows? Maybe in the future there'll be an all-star game or something. You know, bring them back.
I just hope I get to be on this team. You think? You think he'll let me?
Heck yeah. Are you kidding me? Well, all right. If there was a choice between you or Colin, you'd probably go Colin.
I think he's taking Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's taking Colin.
Oh, well, Demise took a little break. He's back. Sweet. I thought that was going to take a year.
I guess he just took a breather. I should have got some water while I was at it. Hell.
I should have. Go get some water. I'll talk. Be all right. Go get that water, Blaze, so you're all right, man. I don't want you getting dehydrated, getting parched, man. Kenny and Identivez having a very, very deep conversation over there. And now it's over. Game plan made. Kenny says, get out of my face, your breath stinks.
How deep was it?
It was deep. Deep is my love, man. Deep is my love. My love for what I have no idea.
Song.
Huh?
As deep as my love.
Ooh, that water. That water's hitting right, clearly.
Yo, I need another sip.
You sound like a different person.
Yo, I'm going to be sounding like Maxwell in a second. I'm going to be sounding like Ozuna.
Ozuna. Shoot. I don't even think half the chat knows who you are. I think they just think you're Ozuna, like, legitimately.
That's, you know what? And they may honestly believe it. All right.
I remember being so confused when I was watching.
They'll be mad as soon as I tell them I can't speak Spanish yet.
You could say some "Hola, mi amo Blaze," you know.
Hola, mi amo Blaze.
Now you a fan favorite, baby.
Here we go. Right.
Chat's always saying they don't understand us. Now, hey, we're on the same level, baby. Love having all you guys here. Yo, there it is. It couldn't be easy, could it? Score reset. eUnited needs 30.
Okay. I mean, all right.
eUnited. So I think this is how it's going. I think eUnited needs 34 points and Rebel needs 183 points. So I
think they want the right heel. That's why they're resetting.
Okay. All right. Tonight,
which makes sense, you know?
Tonight has just been amazing. Love it. And I'll say this to chat. You guys have been great tonight. And I mean that. Not even trying to fill time. Like, you guys have genuinely been amazing. So I appreciate all of you. Right. Last stalemate was 6 seconds. This time it's 4. We're getting quicker.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right.
Yeah, there's no drop shot in mid.
That drop shot ain't spawning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening.
EU says whatever. Let's go for it. Where's the drop shot, man?
Looking for it.
Where's it at, man? Can't find it. It's not there.
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do, dude?
Try to
no
still
drop
again.
shot there.
Reset it. I think it's gonna work this time. Let's see.
What do we do?
All right. Oh, reset it again.
Oh
No.
man. It's been
All
fun.
right. Well, we're back.
We're back. We are back in all our glory, man.
I'm happy that at least during the last break, my food got here. We were able to eat. We had a good time, good combos, nice. I changed the setup. I gave my glutes a rest. It was like, all right, no point in standing no more. My legs got to work out for the day because most of the day, I'm usually sitting anyway. Rather if I'm sitting in gaming. Or if I am sitting doing work, I'm sitting, So sometimes I like to stand.
Fair enough. No need to justify it to me, Blaze. I'm cool with whatever you do,
I'm
man.
making conversation because I don't know how long we're going to be here.
Yeah, well, might be a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
I'm okay with, it is what it is. Whatever. I mean,
yo, the chat just heard the pipes. I appreciate the love, chat. I appreciate the love for real.
Well, yeah, here it is. There's that mini map.
Let's go. We're here.
Okay.
No way they backed it out and started up again.
No way. This is an actual live round.
I feel like the 10th reset worked.
It's a live round. I can't believe this. All right, let's get it going, baby.
Go.
Yeah, Powerz opens it up onto one. He'll quickly be traded out. TJ's there. Brack having a hard time. He's going to drop. Drop shot that moves in. It's Chaos SuMuns. We'll get an elim. Kenny around the corner cleans him up. I think eUnited unofficially needs 34 points. Rebel needs 183. So if eUnited hits 34 points and the round continues, we're just going to roll with it.
Correct. That is exactly what's happening, folks. If not, it is now. Okay. But eUnited, just 15 points, just 13 points away from taking his dub. You're going to see the boys of Rebel come through. They're going to clean house, start collecting on some of this time. eUnited, they're just going to wait for everybody to respawn and get in position for this fight. No need to rush it.
No need to rush indeed. Still, tremendous lead overall as a whole. Taking, 13 points away for eUnited to secure this victory. TJ from the outside, no marks, makes his job difficult. Shooting blind, essentially. Crack. Going in, trying to take down Kenny. He's going to be out-angled. Kenny surely falls in this moment. Actually, he put up one great fight, and to Rebel's credit, well done. Now we got to focus on next. Demise is going to be the first one over. Gets away with his light blaze, but just barely.
Just barely. But now Powerz, he's about to get forced out of this power position because any player on these back stairs, man, they get so many angles with the Lancer. They force players to have to clear them out. If not, they just harass you the entire time. Powerz couldn't get any kills, but him distracting 3, he gives out that call out, gives his teammates the confidence to push forward inside the spawn, and eUnited wins the map.
I felt low-key that you got angry there because you thought it was another stalemate or reset.
I did.
I know that's why you got mad that you saw one the map.
And I was like, yeah.
You got faked out, brother.
Play it off.
Oh,
I was like, no
man.
way in hell we going to another reset.
Before official word, we're starting over again, baby. Let's watch it from the beginning. Hey, eUnited wins it. Well done from them. That's a pretty convincing victory, and they lead 2-0 in the series. Well done to them. Rebel put up a great fight. I think, their timings and the rotations got a lot tighter as the round continued on, but ultimately eUnited, they just did a better job, I think, on the rotations and just clearing out those hills more effectively. And that's what wins you the games, right? That teamwork, rotations, control. That's what it's all about. But they lead 2-0 in the series. We have control execution coming up next.
Yes, we do have control execution. It's going to be good. It really is. Hold on. Did you say we got control what coming up next?
Yep. I said control execution. It's good. Hey, look.
Hold up, bro. I thought I was crazy.
Well, hold on. Why are you going to come back, please? Why is your response, yes, we do. It's going to be control execution. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're moving into Clocktower execution. It's going to be a great time. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back, everybody, to Grand Finals of Emergence Days Preseason Testing Tournament. We're on map number 3 with the eUnited having a 2-0 lead in the series. We're now on Clocktower Execution. If you're just joining us, this has been a great time, a good map in general, but, you know, a bit different. You got the nades up top. You've got the snipe right here in front of SuMuns. You've got shocks where the nades normally are. We're doing some testing, guys. We're seeing how it works. That makes this battle over here by truck and cars that much more impactful. And it's a 2v2.
Yeah, it's a 2v2 indeed. Ooh, almost a kill coming through after that revive. Kenny repositions, redirects, but not able to get away in time. But great effort there by Kenny. Okay, great effort there by him. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's Rebel on the board first. And Taylor, when it comes down towards Clocktower, any Gears 1 players out there, you know, anyone who has played Clocktower over the years and love this map, you look at these weapon swaps and you're like, but it don't play too bad. It actually brings balance to the map. You know, like if I had to go and redo Clocktower from day one, I may make it like this just to give this side of the map a little bit of balance because it's never had it. This has usually been uncharted territory, no man's land on this map for mostly years. If you was to do a heat map here, that whole side of the map's going to be blue.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with that. I do. And I mean, that's very apparent. If you guys have been watching Pro League, you've been watching this map be played, that's the fact. And it does feel weird having that low side. It's funny because I know the pros, you know, kind of get tired of having that, you know, that same fight up top on balcony. But it's kind of the same thing, but just a little bit more chaotic down on bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same exact thing, but more chaotic. Either way, looking at the overall scoreboard, we got Demise struggling a bit, right? 0 eliminations. TJ was 0 himself. These two players need to step it up and normally have more of an impact. Oh. Powerz will start us off with 1 elimination. SuMuns is down.
He traps him. You see how he traps him? He just pushes them back the other way. They got another down. They come through. Oh, great defense there from Crack. 3v3.
All right, 3v3 in the moment. The fact that SuMuns and them got out of there with their lives is pretty special, to tell you the truth. And we're going to have a bit of a reset once again, going back up top where we normally see the fights. Powerz having that snipe is going to make things a bit hectic for Rebel. He's going for a stall. He tried it, but he just misses the head. SuMuns and Co. will get behind cover. Cinemas might be the next victim if he overexposes himself.
Yeah, just might be. Just might be. All right, Powerz. Oh, well timed. He should be able to get a good shot off. There's the headshot. Nades picked up from Demise. He may get pushed on the flank. That's the only play I could see the boys of Rebel making, but Demise was actually already rotating around. And I do believe that would have had to been TJ who got those nades. Couldn't have been Demise unless he just kind of... I guess it was him, hell. But ultimately... SuMuns, he has a lot to deal with, Taylor, okay? He has to dodge these 2 nades. The sniper's in the hand of Powerz. Big dodge. But that's all he can do.
All right, eUnited will finally put a point on the board. We recap. It's 1 minute and 28 seconds of, you know, really constant action. Powerz opened up with the first blood. I thought for sure SuMuns and another one of his teammates was going to drop, but with good team pickups and immediately exiting through tree up to balcony, they got away and they ended up living, and the round was extended from there. Powerz with the sniper was a nuisance, though. So naturally, we have to watch Powerz once again blaze off the rip. Will he get that first blood and put the pressure on Rebel immediately? Well, he does gain positioning. He's going straight over towards that sniper. He's going to need to get that, but the rest of his teammates need to help him out. And Identivez had his opportunity, makes it go to waste, and Powerz will use that to get a 2-piece.
Great job from Powerz. Now, with a snipe in hand, it is all going to be up to Cinima to be able to clutch up here in this 1v2. But I think he lost his opportunity there, but he's going to create himself a better opportunity with both these nades in his hand. We'll see how he can create separation. He tosses them both back. Killer.
Yeah.
He got the down.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's going to push this. No, I don't.
I love it.
Do you? I don't know about the push to get the finish. I don't know about the push to get the finish, Blaze. I think... You have that down, go for Powerz, especially because you know he has a sniper out and he just shot a shot.
You might as well just reset for the 1v1. like, you know, he didn't have to go big for the 1v2. Like, he was in an unwinnable situation from what it felt like, but he used both his nades to force that player out of cover. He had to clean up the kill at some point, you know. If not, that player revives, all right?
Yeah, he does. But I think 20 seconds would have been enough, you know, to get in and get the... Either way.
He just played his next 1v1 bad, okay? Right. He needs to rotate around that pillar a bit more, get his health back. He gave Powerz the easy shot.
Yeah, I believe your word.
Powerz, he comes through. He cleans up Cinemas once again. SuMuns is going to have this snipe. All 4 players in front. That's a down. Quick reload. Oh, body shot. Has a player on the flank.
He's stunned. That's... if he wasn't stunned there, pulls out the Nasher, who knows? That would have been... I mean, honestly...
If he would have used that second shot on the player on the right, that was his play. He had to kill the guy closest. He had to headshot him.
Hard to think in those times, though, isn't it, Blaze? Because you literally have a 4-man team just pushing you full steam ahead.
But when you make montages like Summon all day, that's what you do. You think about how to get 4 pieces. But also when it comes down to winning tournaments, you think about how can I put 600 damage on player 1 and player 2 and player 3 as fast as possible. That's esports in a nutshell, okay? DPS, how fast can I get 1 down, okay? Then get the second down, get the first kill, then get the second kill. How fast can you go from target to target? Where are the targets? What are the locations? What's the perfect route? What's the perfect play? That's what you think about, bro.
Right.
And that's what makes it fun. All of that goes into it every single round. It don't matter the game. It don't matter the genre. It could be respawn, single life, battle royale, but you always thinking how to win as quickly as possible and embarrass your opponent and win cleanly too. That's what it's about. And there's different ways of doing that. And sometimes you got to think outside the box. Some people ain't figured out the perfect metas just yet. And it takes a few ambitious players to do just that. You got to realize what the formula is, man.
TJ looking to do what Powerz did just a couple of rounds before. Cleans up 2. We have a 1v1 up top. Cinemas is by himself now. If he can force this 1v1 in time, bring it down to a... I guess 1v1 Cinemas, it's tough, you know, to be in his spot. It really is, but there's a possibility. Bit of a roll, though. He's aggressive. I'll give him credit for that. Should fall here, and he does, but I like his movement, you know, I really do. He opens up possibilities, but unfortunately in a 1v2 like that, it's hard, especially good spacing coming up from the EU boys.
Yeah, nah, you know, spacing is everything, especially when it comes down towards execution. Because if you can get out some great initial damage, get that early down, you know, if you know somebody's 4-pointed, you got good spacing, you can angle out everybody else safely, okay? And, you know, be close to your teammates, you know, for that revive and just keep putting out damage. Damage is pressure, damage is currency. That'll win you a chip. Kenny, he gets through, he causes some drama, got multiple kills, but did not get enough. Demise in his 1v1 position. 2 nades once again. Let's see how he chooses to use them.
Okay.
2 quick nades on the left and the right, but he's going to die right after that.
Yeah. Tough spot to be in, especially getting those nades. That's his play, right? That's the right play to make, but he comes up in the kill feed immediately. Rebel knows, all right, we're making this push. We know where he's at. Let's get him isolated. And they probably know too, look, we're pushing up these stairs. He's going to probably just chunk those nades out as quickly as he can, dodge them, and then it's going to clean them up business as usual. Hey, 4-4, all tied up in the meantime. An important round. This round either puts eUnited at map point, series point, or Rebel at map point, an opportunity to stay alive and force another control.
Nice early flash from Identivez. Going to push Powerz back. Identivez goes wide, but there's no pressure up top. It's free crosses from Demise. And now Rebel trying to fight their way through and get multiple kills. Good shots from Kraken. Rebel will survive with 3 players once again. And it's crazy because Demise's cross up top was so good. It was uncontested, but Rebel figured out that, hey, us having our extra guy down low is enough for us to have that revive to negate the free damage that Demise is putting out up top. So they figure out that that is the winning strategy. But man, eUnited, they just need to focus fire better. It's either that or Demise needs to make sure he's calling out who he's lighting up there. because they need at least one down. eUnited gets one down right there, the play is completely different.
And Crack's job there, incredible job. The fact that he picks up 2 in that moment, well done. That looked like an eUnited round without question. Rebel turns it back in their favor. And at this point, they put themselves at map point. This time around, though, Blaze, they get themselves caught up between multiple members of eUnited. They're trying to break away from that. I don't see Rebel being successful in doing so. Couple of downs are in.
Oh, my God.
Demise is going to be isolated. It's chaos, though, and I feel like Rebel's all over the place.
The Wolfpack strategy is one of the strongest that I've seen in a very long time, okay? Like one of the strongest play styles out of any of these squads. And you know, that's something that was developed back in Gears of War 4. 1v1, SuMuns, Powerz. SuMuns is gonna retreat. Powerz has 2 shots left in a snipe. SuMuns is gonna keep repositioning. He runs straight to nades, doesn't waste any time grabbing them. Oh, he has 2. He gets one close, forces the wide angle. Powerz misses the back A. SuMuns 1 nade left in hand, turns around quickly, creates space. Only 1 shot left in the snipe. This comes down to a shotty battle. Oh my God. 2 of the best 1v1 players I've seen in a long time going at it. What a time to be alive. And Powerz walks up for the point blank.
Wow. That push was pure aggression. Did you see? At multiple times he had the sniper going for the reaction shot. He was trying to make some big moves, go for the body.
He said, I ain't got time for games. So he just walks up. He says, you know what? I ain't got time for games. I ain't got time for them.
Man, that was a good fight.
I've been here all night.
Round 11. That was a great fight. See how this plays out.
Now, great initial flash coming out. I talked about Demise having free damage. He comes down low. He just takes a wide angle across the car, but he's still getting that free damage. Now eUnited makes the smart play. They says, you know what? You guys can have the outside. We'll destroy the players on the inside. We'll collect those kills and push you to the back of the map to lock in map number 3 in a 6-5 fashion. Love the strategy. Love the cutback. They took the easy fight, outplayed their opponent.
And there it is, eUnited, your champions for the Emergence Days preseason testing tournament. Well done from them. Came down to a round 11 on Clocktower execution, but they made it happen. eUnited, they're looking serious, and I can't wait to see how they're going to perform in Pro League. But for tonight, they can rest easy knowing they are your champions.
Big congratulations to eUnited. They had a long day today, a lot of long series, but ultimately, in the end, they come out victorious. And, you know, what today was all about? It was about testing maps, folks, okay? Testing maps, testing the weapons in which we put on these maps to be more specific. And we did get a new map tested in game mode, which was Vasgar Control. But, you know, when it comes down to what we saw today versus what happened in the past, you take a look at, you know, Clocktower. You know, it's not what Clocktower traditionally looks like, but the Clocktower that we saw today was a more balanced version of Clocktower than we've seen in a long time. Okay, yep. we gotta mention that one. Okay, we gotta acknowledge that. You know, you move on over towards checkout. You see the balance of, you know, putting a turbo towards electronics to be able to balance that out and just add a different flavor towards that side of the map. I feel like they did that, Taylor. Okay, I feel like the turbo did do it. I may even argue to switch the turbo in the end bar and put the turbo at the checkout side, right? And then, you know, good old Canals, brother. Good old Canals.
Nothing bad to say about that, huh?
We saw so many great snipes tonight, man. We saw one of the sickest clutches that we've seen on execution from Gary, and it was a fun watch, okay? Yep. Canals needs to change ASAP to the CANALS.
All right, well, hey, Blaze, I knew you were going to have nothing bad to say about the double snipes being back. It played well. I think it was a lot of fun, and I agree with you. You know, Gary, prime example, being able to clutch up in that moment, that doesn't happen without a snipe, okay? The snipes open up the possibilities to make big plays, make big clutches and big comebacks, and, you know, I enjoyed it. I do love watching the headbutt fight from mid-bridge. I really do. But I also feel like the snipers can add a little bit more dynamic, a little bit, you know, it's not as one-dimensional, right? You can be creative with how you're going to play. Plus, you still have the torque bow there. I personally enjoy it. This version of Clocktower, I'm personally not a fan of. I'm not. You know, I think it's cool, but I like having that fight for snipe up top. As I said in the beginning of the show, I think Clocktower has matured in a great way throughout Pro League.
So I will say that on Clocktower, one thing that nullified the disadvantage of quote unquote bad side is players being able to move up towards the snipe pillar and be able to lancer down and hit the host spot. You can't get that angle anymore. That guy in host spot can sit in cover and not take no damage, but in Gears 1, you used to be high enough on that step to shoot down on that guy's head and to force the host spot out of there. So you were able to have a more better balance, and that's what's hard with the current setup. So teams have to be really, really creative to get a leg up on Clocktower to the point where it comes down to a single flash sometimes.
And you know what I gotta say, this bracket was fantastic. It really was. Shout out to LATAM Squad once again. LATAM Squad, Adverse, Gary, Cardia, Pushies filling in for Krabbies. They almost went the distance. That map 5 against eUnited, it came down to one single round. And in fact, even in map number 1, it came down to that one round on Clocktower. Both of those executions in map 1 and map 5 ended in round 11. And LATAM Squad could have very easily been in grand finals to play against Rebel. And now knowing that Demon wasn't going to play and Cinima was going to replace him, I'm gonna be honest with you, it very well could have been LATAM Squad winning this entire event. They really could have. They were playing that well. So that was the biggest surprise for me. But good on eUnited for winning in grand finals and taking the victory. Well done.
You're absolutely right. If LATAM Squad took down eUnited, they would have had a good chance against this Rebel team with Demon not playing, you know? So, definitely could have been a little Cinderella story, okay? But to mention the last kind of map and game mode, I don't even think Vasgar is even in the question to coming into the competitive cycle, but the weapon swaps for District, I think I'm more of a fan of our old swaps of Boom Shot and Incendiary Grenades versus Drop Shot Shock. And I think you made a great point on it, Taylor, when it came down towards the Incendiary Grenades holding more weight on that side of the map, keeping more people, having more traction down there. So I definitely like that. And, I think the Incendiary Grenades are pretty powerful. And you got to be really talented to get a multi-kill with a boom shot, So, I think it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think, fun. Today was cool. It was a fun day overall, drop shot and shot grenade. It played out well. I don't know, drop shot and incendiary grenades may be a little OP, best of both worlds, but, it's not up to me to decide.
It's up to the players, isn't it? And chat, let us know what you guys thought about the maps as a whole. I'm right in line with Blaze. It's pretty clear cut, at least from my perspective, what was good, what was bad, and what should be added, what shouldn't be added, what should be played around with. But as far as the test tuning, though, right? I mean, movement and everything like that. I asked you earlier. You said you really didn't, I guess, have a good feel for it yet. Are you still in the same, the same mindset?
Boat. Still in the same mindset. Yeah. Because the last tuning that I saw, was towards the grand finals, right? Was towards the last event. So that was months ago. So to compare that to what we have now towards our gameplay, I'll tell you one thing, I had a fun time watching the fights today. They look clean, It looked like the players was having a great time. I don't feel like anyone got BS'd, I didn't feel like I saw point blanks come through that, I didn't see players, get some point blanks that I feel like they should have got chunks for. And, we saw players taking their time, keeping their distance. We saw some clutches as well. So, from a casting and spectator perspective, look good. But ultimately, at the highest level of gameplay when it comes down to Gears Esports, unless you scrimming every day, playing the best of the best, you can't understand the pace in which they play at. And that's how they're making tunings and adjustments, because they understand the tuning and the pace of the game at the most minute level, okay? They understand when they mess up their initials or when they come out of spawn that they probably can't come out with a play because the timing's off. Their opponent be in one-shot range for them and it's too risky. So only they understand that, and playing ranked games every day, it really can't make you understand it on that level. It needs to be some strategy involved. So I trust what they got to say.
All right. Well, we're definitely going to hear it, hopefully. And if there are changes implemented, well, we'll let you know when Pro League rolls around. Still, though, we do have one more Pro League qualifier. That's going to be Pro League qualifier week number 3 happening on Monday. I encourage you, even though it's the final week, it's free to enter on Sunday to compete. So go and try and earn your stripes and just see how you stack up. Blaze was saying, those minute details, you don't know how good these guys are until you play against them. Well, now you have your chance. God bless you if you have to go against eUnited or Rebel or any of our top level teams round one, but it will be a good learning experience regardless. Free 99, best price out there. It's been a long broadcast and chat. We loved having you every step of the way. Hit that follow button if you haven't already, because we will be back Monday for, like I said, the Gears Pro League qualifier, week number 3. For myself, Taylor Reflections, Noble, Guy Blaze, our production team, and you in chat, thank you so much for being here. Be back Monday for the last week of the Gears Pro League qualifier.